God bless. Good day, dear friends. It is my Sabbath. Can't have a bad day on Sabbath. I've been eating nonstop. I hope you all are enjoying it as well. If today's your day of rest, let's get straight into it, my dear friends, as we get the link shared out. We are at, let me see real quick. Sorry. Looks like verse 9 of 21, and we're going to go to the start of 22. Here it is.
Then they set out from Mount Hor along the route to the Red Sea, in order to bypass the land of Edom. But the people grew impatient on the journey, and spoke against God and against Moses. "Why have you led us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? There is no bread or water, and we detest this wretched food." So the Lord sent venomous snakes among the people, and many of the Israelites were bitten and died. Then the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned by speaking against the Lord and against you. Intercede with the Lord, so he will take the snakes away from us." So Moses interceded for the people. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent and mount it on a pole. When anyone who is bitten looks at it, he will live." So Moses made a bronze snake and mounted it on a pole. If anyone who was bitten looked at the bronze snake, he would live. Then the Israelites set out and camped at Oboth. They journeyed from Oboth and camped at Abarim in the wilderness opposite Moab to the east. From there they set out and camped in the valley of Zered. From there they moved on and camped on the other side of the Arnon, in the wilderness that extends into the Amorite territory. Now the Arnon is the border between the Moabites and the Amorites. Therefore it is stated in the book of the wars of the Lord, "Wahab and Suphah and the wadis of the Arnon, even the slopes of the wadis that extend to the site of Ar, and lie along the border of Moab." From there they went on to Beer, the well where the Lord said to Moses, "Gather the people so that I may give them water." Then Israel sang this song, "Spring up, O well, all of you sing to it. The princes dug the well, the nobles of the people hollowed it out with their scepters and with their staffs." From the wilderness the Israelites went on to Mattanah, and from Mattanah to Nahaliel, and from Nahaliel to Bamoth, and from Bamoth to the valley in Moab, where the top of Pisgah overlooks the wasteland. Then Israel sent messengers to Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let us pass through your land. We will not cut through any field or vineyard, or drink water from any well. We will stay on the king's highway until we have passed through your territory." But Sihon would not let Israel pass through his territory. Instead, he gathered his whole army and went out to confront Israel in the wilderness. When he came to Jahaz, he fought against Israel. And Israel put him to the sword and took possession of his land, from the Arnon to the Jabbok, but only up to the border of the Ammonites, because it was fortified. Israel captured all the cities of the Amorites and occupied them, including Heshbon and all its villages. Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab and taken all his land as far as the Arnon. That is why the poets say, "Come to Heshbon, let it be rebuilt. Let the city of Sihon be restored. For a fire went out from Heshbon, a blaze from the city of Sihon. It consumed Ar of Moab, the rulers of Arnon's heights. Woe to you, O Moab! You are destroyed, O people of Chemosh. He gave up his sons as refugees, and his daughters into captivity to Sihon, king of the Amorites. But we have overthrown them. Heshbon is destroyed as far as Dibon. We demolished them as far as Nophah, which reaches to Medeba." So Israel lived in the land of the Amorites. After Moses had sent spies to Jazer, Israel captured its villages and drove out the Amorites who were there. Then they turned and went up the road to Bashan, And Og, king of Bashan, and his whole army came out to meet them in battle at Edrei. But the Lord said to Moses, "Do not fear him, for I have delivered him into your hand, along with all his people and his land. Do to him as you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who lived in Heshbon." So they struck down Og, along with his sons and his whole army, until no remnant was left, and they took possession of his land. Then the Israelites traveled on and camped in the plains of Moab near the Jordan, across from Jericho. Now Balak, son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites, and Moab was terrified of the people because they were numerous. Indeed, Moab dreaded the Israelites. So the Moabites said to the elders of Midian, "This horde will devour everything around us, as an ox licks up the grass of the field." Since Balak, son of Zippor, was king of Moab at that time, he sent messengers to Balaam, son of Beor, at Pethor, which is by the Euphrates, in the land of his people. "Behold, a people has come out of Egypt," said Balak. "They cover the face of the land and have settled next to me. So please come now and put a curse on this people, because they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I may be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land. For I know that those you bless are blessed, and those you curse are cursed." The elders of Moab and Midian departed with the fees for divination in hand. They came to Balaam and relayed to him the words of Balak. "Spend the night here," Balaam replied, "and I will give you the answer that the Lord speaks to me." So the princes of Moab stayed with Balaam. Then God came to Balaam and asked, "Who are these men with you?" And Balaam said to God, "Balak, son of Zippor, king of Moab, sent me this message. Behold, a people has come out of Egypt, and they cover the face of the land. Now come and put a curse on them for me. Perhaps I may be able to fight against them and drive them away." But God said to Balaam, "Do not go with them. You are not to curse this people, for they are blessed." So Balaam got up the next morning and said to Balak's princes, "Go back to your homeland, because the Lord has refused to let me go with you." And the princes of Moab arose, returned to Balak, and said, "Balaam refused to come with us." Then Balak sent other princes more numerous and more distinguished than the first messengers. They came to Balaam and said, "This is what Balak, son of Zippor, says. Please let nothing hinder you from coming to me, for I will honor you richly and do whatever you say. So please come and put a curse on this people for me." But Balaam replied to the servants of Balak, "If Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not do anything, small or great, to go beyond the command of the Lord my God. So now, please stay here overnight as the others did, that I may find out what else the Lord has to tell me." That night God came to Balaam and said, "Since these men have come to summon you, get up and go with them. But you must only do what I tell you." So in the morning Balaam got up, saddled his donkey, and went with the princes of Moab. Then God's anger was kindled because Balaam was going along, and the angel of the Lord stood in the road to oppose him. Balaam was riding his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in his hand, she turned off the path and went into a field. So Balaam beat her to return her to the path. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow passage between 2 vineyards, with walls on either side. And the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, and pressed herself against the wall, crushing Balaam's foot against it. So he beat her once again. And the angel of the Lord moved on ahead, and stood in a narrow place where there was no room to turn to the right or left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she lay down under Balaam, and he became furious and beat her with his staff. Then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth, and she said to Balaam, What have I done to you, that you have beaten me these 3 times? Balaam answered the donkey, You have made a fool of me. If I had a sword in my hand, I would kill you right now. But the donkey said to Balaam, Am I not the donkey you have ridden all your life until today? Have I ever treated you this way before? No, he replied. Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in his hand. And Balaam bowed low and fell face down. The angel of the Lord asked him, Why have you beaten your donkey these 3 times? Behold, I have come out to oppose you, because your way is perverse before me. The donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. If she had not turned away, then by now I would surely have killed you and let her live. I have sinned, Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, for I did not realize that you were standing in the road to confront me. And now, if this is displeasing in your sight, I will go back home. But the angel of the Lord said to Balaam, Go with the men, but you are to speak only what I tell you. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. When Balak heard that Balaam was coming, he went out to meet him at the Moabite city on the Arnon border, at the edge of his territory. And he said to Balaam, Did I not send you an urgent summons? Why did you not come to me? Am I really not able to richly reward you? See, I have come to you, Balaam replied. But can I say just anything? I must speak only the word that God puts in my mouth. So Balaam accompanied Balak, and they came to Kiriath-Huzoth. Balak sacrificed cattle and sheep, and he gave portions to Balaam and the princes who were with him. The next morning Balak took Balaam and brought him up to Bamoth-baal. From there he could see the outskirts of the camp of the people. Then Balaam said to Balak, Build for me 7 altars here, and prepare for me 7 bulls and 7 rams. So Balak did as Balaam had instructed, and Balak and Balaam offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Stay here by your burnt offering while I am gone, Balaam said to Balak. Perhaps the Lord will meet with me, and whatever he reveals to me, I will tell you. So Balaam went off to a barren height, and God met with him. I have set up 7 altars, Balaam said, and on each altar I have offered a bull and a ram. Then the Lord put a message in Balaam's mouth, saying, Return to Balak and give him this message. So he returned to Balak, who was standing there beside his burnt offering with all the princes of Moab. And Balaam lifted up an oracle, saying, Balak brought me from Aram, the king of Moab, from the mountains of the east. Come, he said, put a curse on Jacob for me. Come and denounce Israel. How can I curse what God has not cursed? How can I denounce what the Lord has not denounced? For I see them from atop the rocky cliffs, and I watch them from the hills. Behold, a people dwelling apart, not reckoning themselves among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, or number even 1/4 of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous. Let my end be like theirs. Then Balak said to Balaam, What have you done to me? I brought you here to curse my enemies, and behold, you have only blessed them. But Balaam replied, Should I not speak exactly what the Lord puts in my mouth? Then Balak said to him, Please come with me to another place where you can see them. You will only see the outskirts of their camp, not all of them, and from there curse them for me. So Balak took him to the field of Zophim, to the top of Pisgah, where he built 7 altars and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Balaam said to Balak, Stay here beside your burnt offering, while I meet the Lord over there. And the Lord met with Balaam, and put a message in his mouth, saying, Return to Balak, and speak what I tell you. So he returned to Balak, who was standing there by his burnt offering with the princes of Moab. What did the Lord say? Balak asked. Then Balaam lifted up an oracle, saying, Arise, O Balak, and listen. Give ear to me, O son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, or a son of man that he should change his mind. Does he speak and not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? I have indeed received a command to bless. He has blessed, and I cannot change it.
All right, dear friends, there we go. Isn't that interesting? This is, I can't quite put my finger on Balaam, because he obviously knows who God is and has respect for him, but yet he continues to do, I forgot what the specific act is, if it's divination or something wizardry related, basically not good. He knows what he's doing is not right, yet he continues to do it, but at the same time, he knows who God is. So it's a very interesting case that he has the reverence and respect, yet he continues to do it. There might be an element of hypocrisy, or this is kind of funny because I actually want to talk about this in the space later on today, from the fallout yesterday with our boy Andrew Wilson and his family. They were attacking his family. Like, that's big news, right? They'll attack anyone that's standing up for Christianity, unfortunately. But the element of hypocrisy here is that he knows that it's bad. He knows that he's going to be punished. He knows what he's doing is sinful, and yet he even instructs the ones in the wrong how to continue what's bad, and yet that's why he gets punished later on as well. He went into his demise. So whether you want to attribute this to hypocrisy or not, which I have to agree with Andrew here, his take is that, actually, let me rephrase. I hate that word take. Let me say his understanding or his comprehension on hypocrisy is this. You can have someone that does something that is not quote unquote good. For instance, smoking is a good example. You can have someone that's a smoker, but they smoke and they know it's bad for them, and they tell everyone else to not smoke. That doesn't make that person a hypocrite. What makes someone a hypocrite is when their intent, specifically, is the concept of intent and deception. When someone is a hypocrite, they smoke, for example, in private, and then enjoy it and revel in it, and then go to others and say, don't do it. Yet he is the one that is the biggest, I guess, not proponent of it, but he's the one using it the most in the worst ways. There's the element of deception and intent to lead others astray, and not just to lead others astray, but to act as if they don't do whatever it is that they're condemning, and also condemn it and continue to do it while leading others astray. Those are the two concepts that Andrew has brought to light about hypocrisy. I completely agree with, because it's not the act itself, it's the intent and the deception that are to follow with it. So I don't know if Balaam himself is engaged in hypocrisy here, but what the issue is that he's trying to lead the children of Israel astray and knowingly do so. So maybe or maybe not there's hypocrisy. What he's doing is completely sinful. He gets what's coming to him later on. So not cool. Not cool, especially for him to know that God told him not to curse the children of Israel, and he finds a way to circumvent that, which you're not fooling God. God knows what's going to happen, and that's why he gets what's due to him later on. So there you go, my dear friends. There you go. We're gonna stop today at verse 30, which is where we're gonna pick up from 30 of 2022, verse 30 tomorrow. And we went from, let's see. Sorry, I take it back. We started 22 today, so it's going to be, tomorrow will be from starting 22 to verse 30. So yeah, we'll be officially starting verse 22 tomorrow. So there we go. There we go, my dear friends. It's Sabbath, so if you're observing, God bless you all. Always God bless you all. God bless you all and your families. I hope you're doing well. Destroy all pride and vanity. Remain humble and ready for self-sacrifice. Be grateful for absolutely everything. Tell your family and your friends you love them dearly. So may the Lord God bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and grant you peace. We pray in the name of the Prince of Peace. Amen. God bless you all, dear friends. Until God willing, tomorrow around the same time. Take care, everyone.